Welcome back, everyone. Well, the July heat has settled in nicely across the Acadiana, and it's not looking to go anywhere anytime soon. Looking to stay hot not only tomorrow, but also for much of the upcoming work week. More on that in just a little bit. But first, taking a look at our bigger picture and kind of what's been driving the heat over the last several days. We're dealing with an upper high that's centered a little bit off to our west, and that's kept us on the hot side, but also on the drier side. And we often see these smaller disturbances that kind of work along the northwest flow and move southward, which does ignite some showers and storms, but that has been mainly off to our east these last several days. And rain chances will stay relatively low again as we head through the next several days, 10 to 20%. But all in all, the overall coverage of the storm activity not looking to be that high. Now here's what it looks like waking up tomorrow morning for your Sunday. Very similar to what we saw today. Very muggy night, lows dropping into the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. And notice some of that energy tries to make its way toward the south, but really it just kind of runs into that high pressure. And most of the activity should be well off to our east. And we're looking pretty good tomorrow afternoon. Sun and cloud mix. High temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 90s once again, but those heat indices, the bigger story, going to be sitting in the lower to mid 100s once again, and then tomorrow evening looking pretty good as well. Now again, those lows dropping into the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees. Again, very muggy out there. And through the course of your Sunday afternoon, high temperatures mid to upper 70s, that sun and cloud mix. And then very similar story as we head into your Monday, maybe a degree or two cooler, but really more of the same. And those heat indices still looking to stay in the lower 100s. Now, Rob had been showing this graph the last couple of days, and it's still relevant as we head to the weekend in the next several days, kind of distinguishing between what's the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Heat stroke being the more serious out of the two. That's when you're not sweating, you have hot, dry skin, and you may actually lose consciousness, and that's when you need to call 911 and take immediate medical action. So I know, the next couple of days, a lot of us may be out and about doing outdoor activities, but still proper precautions this time of year. It's nothing out of the ordinary. I know most of us used to this South Louisiana heat, but things like drinking plenty of water, trying to avoid the peak heating hours, finding shade is definitely going to be critical over the next several days. So upper 70s overnight tonight, warm and humid, mainly clear out there. And then as we head through your Sunday, more of the same. Mid to upper 90s for your high, and only about a 10% chance for very isolated activity in the afternoon. And we are going to be dealing with that heat advisory, again, starting around mid-morning and then continuing into tomorrow evening, very similar to what we saw today. More of the same as we head through the next 10 days. High temperatures sitting in the lower to mid 90s, and very hard to find any sort of relief from the heat in the form of afternoon storms. Rain chances will sit at about 10 to 20%, and we may see a little bit of an increase in storm activity as we head later into next week and into next weekend. Now that'll do it for weather. We have much more coming up right after the break.